Thank you for tuning in to Movie Trivia and Facts. The Silence of the Lambs is a 1991 American psychological horror film directed by Jonathan Demme. It stars Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling, a young FBI trainee, and Anthony Hopkins as the cannibalistic serial killer Dr. Hannibal Lecter. The film follows Clarice as she seeks Lecter's help to catch another serial killer, Buffalo Bill. The interplay between Starling and Lecter is mesmerizing, filled with tension and psychological depth. The movie's dark atmosphere and haunting score contribute to its chilling effect. The film's release was met with critical acclaim and commercial success, grossing over $270 million worldwide. It left an indelible mark on audiences and filmmakers, influencing numerous films and TV series. The film's success is due to its gripping storyline, meticulous direction, and powerful performances. It won several prestigious awards, which we will discuss later, but first, let's delve into some fascinating behind-the-scenes trivia and facts that make this film even more intriguing. Over time, The Silence of the Lambs has become a cultural touchstone, often referenced in various media. The production of The Silence of the Lambs is filled with interesting anecdotes. The role of Hannibal Lecter was initially offered to several actors before Anthony Hopkins was cast. Sean Connery turned it down, feeling the script was repugnant. During filming, Hopkins used various techniques to unsettle his co-stars, sometimes appearing unannounced in full costume. This method acting helped create the chilling atmosphere visible on screen. Hopkins's portrayal of Lecter is now considered one of the greatest performances in film history. The infamous "Fava Beans" and a nice Chianti line was improvised by Hopkins, adding a unique touch to his character. Director Jonathan Demme used close-up shots to create a sense of intimacy and unease, especially during Lecter's and Starling's conversations. This technique has been studied and praised in film schools for its effectiveness in building tension. The film's visual style and Hopkins's improvisation contributed to its lasting impact. Before Anthony Hopkins was cast as Hannibal Lecter, several other actors were considered. Sean Connery was the first choice but declined the offer. Gene Hackman was interested initially but later decided against it, finding the material too dark. Robert Duvall and Jeremy Irons were also considered but ultimately passed on the opportunity. When Anthony Hopkins was finally cast, he brought a unique perspective to the character. Hopkins studied various serial killers to understand their psychology, aiming to make Lecter both terrifying and intellectually superior. His dedication to the role paid off as his performance became iconic. Hopkins's portrayal of Hannibal Lecter is now synonymous with the character. His ability to convey menace and charm simultaneously left a lasting impression on audiences. It's hard to imagine anyone else in the role, which speaks volumes about the perfect casting choice. The role of Clarice Starling was equally challenging to cast. Jodie Foster, who eventually played the part, was not the first choice. Initially, the filmmakers considered several actresses, including Michelle Pfeiffer, who turned down the role due to the film's dark themes. Meg Ryan and Laura Dern were also considered but declined for various reasons. Jodie Foster was persistent in her pursuit of the role, feeling a strong connection to the character. Foster's persistence paid off when she was finally cast. Her portrayal of Starling was both vulnerable and strong, adding depth to the character. Foster's performance was critically acclaimed and earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. Her chemistry with Anthony Hopkins was a key element in the film's success. Foster's dedication to the role made Clarice Starling an unforgettable character. The character of Hannibal Lecter is one of the most fascinating villains in cinematic history. Thomas Harris, the author of the novels, drew inspiration from a real-life figure, Dr. Alfredo Bali Trevino, a Mexican physician. Harris met Trevino while researching for an article in the 1960s. Trevino was convicted of murdering his lover and was known for his calm and polite demeanor, much like Lecter. Harris was struck by Trevino's intelligence and the juxtaposition of his violent actions with his sophisticated personality. This encounter left a lasting impression on Harris and influenced the creation of Hannibal Lecter. Another source of inspiration was the infamous serial killer Ed Gein, whose gruesome crimes influenced several fictional characters, including Buffalo Bill. Gein's tendency to collect body parts and create items from human skin was mirrored in Buffalo Bill's character. Harris also incorporated traits from other notorious criminals like Ted Bundy's charm and Albert Fish's cannibalistic tendencies. By combining these traits, Harris created a character that was both horrifying and compelling. Since its release, The Silence of the Lambs has received consistent praise from critics. Upon its debut, the film was lauded for its suspenseful narrative, strong performances, and psychological depth. Critics highlighted the film's ability to maintain tension and its intelligent storytelling. Over the years, the film's reputation has only grown. It is frequently cited in discussions of the greatest films of all time. Critics have continued to praise Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster's performances, noting their chemistry and the layers they brought to their characters. The film's direction and screenplay have also been subjects of acclaim. In retrospective reviews, The Silence of the Lambs is often analyzed for its thematic depth and its exploration of fear and power. The film's dark atmosphere and haunting score are also frequently mentioned. Its influence on global cinema is evident, and it continues to inspire filmmakers and writers across the globe. The Silence of the Lambs has had a significant cultural impact since its release. The film's characters, particularly Hannibal Lecter, have become iconic figures in popular culture. Lecter's mannerisms, such as his chilling voice and the fava beans and a nice Chianti line, are often parodied and referenced in various media. The film has inspired numerous parodies in television shows, movies, and even commercials. Shows like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Saturday Night Live have all featured parodies of the film's iconic scenes. These parodies often highlight the film's memorable moments and its impact on popular culture. The character of Hannibal Lecter has also become a cultural touchstone, frequently listed among the greatest villains in film history. Lecter's intelligence and charm, combined with his terrifying nature, make him a compelling character that continues to fascinate audiences. In addition to parodies, the film has inspired various forms of art and literature. The film's cultural impact is undeniable, and it continues to be a subject of study and admiration. The Silence of the Lambs has left an enduring legacy in the world of cinema. Its influence on the thriller genre and its cultural impact are profound. The film's success demonstrated that a psychological thriller could achieve both critical acclaim and commercial success, paving the way for future films in the genre. The characters of Hannibal Lecter and Clarice Starling have become iconic figures. Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of Lecter and Jodie Foster's performance as Starling are considered some of the finest in film history. Their characters continue to resonate with audiences, and their performances are frequently studied and admired. The film's impact extends beyond its immediate success, inspiring numerous sequels, prequels, and adaptations. While not all follow-ups have achieved the same level of acclaim, they have kept the legacy of the original film alive. In conclusion, The Silence of the Lambs remains a landmark film in the thriller genre. Its combination of psychological depth, strong performances, and masterful direction has left an indelible mark on cinema. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on what movie you would like to see next.